I absolutely love that the novelization for The Rise of Skywalker is confirming things in the movie that absolutely were not obvious. Also, that Papa Palpatine is coming back. Give it a decade or two. He's coming back.
No one's ever really gone. You're fulfilling your destiny.
So the novelization for The Rise of Skywalker was released ahead of its deadline at a convention, and some people have been very kind and scanned and put some of the pages online. In one page, it actually confirms that Palpatine's body in The Rise of Skywalker was a clone, which again, was not obvious at all. And if you say Palpatine's body being a clone body in the movie was obvious, you're a lying liar, and you should go put your nose in the corner. So really quick, here is the excerpt showing that Palpatine was a clone in The Rise of Skywalker. All the vials were empty of liquid save one, which was nearly depleted. Kylo peered closer. He'd seen this apparatus before too, when he studied the Clone Wars as a boy. The liquid flowing into the living nightmare before him was fighting a losing battle to sustain the Emperor's flesh. What could you give me? Kylo asked. Emperor Palpatine lived, after a fashion, and Kylo could feel in his very bones that this clone body sheltered the Emperor's actual spirit. It was an imperfect vessel, though, unable to contain his immense power. It couldn't last much longer. Here's the thing. How hard would it have been for Palpatine to have one fucking line in the movie that tells us he's in a clone's body? We already know from other canon that dark side users can transfer their spirit or consciousness to an object. I've talked about Lord Momin quite extensively on this channel. I am a big believer that you can put Easter eggs and references to non-movie canon in movies, but you can't put major plot points from that other canon in movies. The average Star Wars fan would not know that. They would not get, oh, dark side users can transfer their essence to objects and then possess other bodies, or just straight possess another body. You can't do that. You can't assume the average Star Wars fan knows any of the non-movie canon. You need to explain it in the movie. You could have had some weird line from Palpatine saying something like, oh, I created Snoke's clones, and I also created this clone body which I reside in, but because I'm so fabulous, it can't contain my spirit for much longer. It would have been super easy. Or, you know, they could have just not made him a clone and copied off Dark Empire. JJ. Look, if Maul can survive being cut in half because of his hatred and Force abilities, Palpatine can too. We didn't need to make it that his original body died and he needed clone bodies to survive. But let's go back to Dark Empire, because JJ did actually copy from that Legends comic arc, which, okay, JJ, a lot of us did not like Dark Empire when it came out, so I don't know why you took something that actually pissed off people before Disney and decided, okay, Disney's really been pissing off people with the sequel trilogy. Let's bring back Legends material that pissed off people. Why do you keep doing these things? So I want to read you a little paragraph from Wikipedia from Dark Empire, which shows that in Legends, Palpatine did come back because he was using clone bodies. There he met face-to-face with the Emperor Reborn. He revealed that for many years he took to transferring his mind and consciousness to clone bodies to attain mortality. However, the clones were one crucial step from long life. They were more ravaged by the dark side than sustained by the Force. Luckily, Palpatine had numerous clones to laugh in the face of death itself, allowing him to rule indefinitely. JJ, it's like you copied from Dark Empire, from Legends, but you made it more stupid. Do you really want me to believe that Palpatine fucked up that bad, that he was on his last clone and he didn't have any other clones made? Could you not have explained what went on? Or maybe even had Kylo pop up on the planet and kill all Palpatine's clone bodies and been like, ha, now you can't betray me. You need me to help you survive. And not only that, when Palpatine was rejuvenated from taking from the dyad, he had injuries he had from the OT and prequels. Now we know from Legends that the dark side, it fucks up your body, right? It changes you, it breaks it down. You can say it's your body, your flesh is too weak to hold the true power of the dark side. There's so much canon on that. That's fine. Show his body ravaged in a new way and not from injuries he sustained in the other two trilogies. That was lazy and stupid. It's almost like they bought this billion-dollar franchise and they didn't plan out the sequel trilogy before they made it, so they just like clumsily had to add in Palpatine as the overarching villain. Oh wait. And here's the worst thing about Palpatine's spirit being in a clone. He's not dead. Yeah, Rey destroyed his last clone body, but what's going to stop his spirit from possessing someone else? Or maybe one of Rey's students that she trains to be Jedi in the future. It would have been really cool, JJ, since you were already copying Legends. So in Legends in Dark Empire, Palpatine's essence, spirit, whatever, ends up being dragged into the depths of the Force, and deceased Jedi make it so that he can never come back to the mortal realm. We could have seen something like that in the movie. She kills his clone body, and then we see the Jedi, the deceased Jedi, dragging his body into the Force and keeping him there. Also would have been really cool to see Anakin's Force ghosts trapping Palpatine forever, as, you know, he was the chosen one. It would have healed up that wound for a lot of people. Also, why didn't Palpatine take Ben's body? So I get it. Rey destroyed his last clone body. She dies. So, okay, I can't take her body, even though he still could. Let's not get into it. Why didn't he possess Ben? His spirit's floating around. Why wouldn't you just go, all right, I'm just gonna take over Ben? I think that would have been hilarious. The last Skywalker being possessed by Palpatine, and then just his reign of terror on the galaxy. Awesome. So here's my explanation for maybe how this works and how Palpatine actually won't be back in the future, even though I absolutely love Palpatine. Don't get me wrong. Okay, so we saw all the Sith acolytes with Palpatine doing their creepy chanting thing, and we know from the visual dictionary for the movie that they use Sith alchemy, and we're led to believe that's how they were transferring Palpatine's spirit to clones. So unlike Legends where he could do it himself, it seems like in Disney canon, he actually needed help from his buddies. Unfortunately, just like in Legends, his clone bodies end up deteriorating quickly, and by the time he's on the clone body that we see in the movie, they're deteriorating so fast that there's no point to even put him in another body. It will die too quickly. It's not worth the energy that it takes to do the transfer. Palpatine goes, oh shit, I need a permanent solution. I need to possess my granddaughter because her body, that vessel, can handle my immense, awesome, throbbing spirit. So maybe because all his Sith buddies were destroyed, he can't come back, his spirit can't possess anything else, which is stupid because we've seen even in Disney Star Wars canon that they didn't need the Sith alchemy to do that. If you were power enough in the dark side, you could transfer your essence into an inanimate object. So kind of weird that Palpatine couldn't, but maybe with everything being destroyed super fast, he just didn't have the opportunity, and now his spirit is just depleted. I honestly expect Lucasfilm to come forward and give some sort of explanation like that. Okay, in Legends, Palpatine could do this without the acolytes, but in our canon, yeah, he needed them to do the Sith alchemy to transfer his spirit, so now, no, he can't actually come back. Although I also expect them to bring Palpatine out for some future fucking canon. Oh my gosh. So what do you think? Do you like the explanation that Palpatine was in a clone body in the movie? Do you think he'll ever come back? How would you explain everything that went on with Palpatine and his clones in the movie? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you loved that Palpatine was in a clone body, let me know. I like to hear your perspective.
No one's ever really gone.
Misa called Jar Jar Binks.
Thanks so much for watching. Please like the video and subscribe for more Star Wars videos.